Another oscillator that traders can use to determine momentum and energy in the Forex markets is the Relative Vigor Index, which is the RVI. The RVI assumes that in an uptrend, you will have prices that will close higher. Each candle gets formed, and as a general rule, you may have a couple that drop, but all in all, the closing price is higher than the opening price for most candles in that trend. Makes sense. That's exactly what makes an uptrend. And of course, vice versa for a downtrend. More often than not, the candles will close lower than the price they opened. You may get an odd one like that, but in general, as you look at the downtrend, that's pretty much what you see. Now, knowing that, you are just simply measuring momentum that way. And there are some different ways that traders use this indicator, but the most common is they will throw a simple moving average on the window as well. So you have the RVI, which measures the strength, and then you have the simple moving average. And quite often what traders will do is they'll use it as a crossover system. There is no actual overbought or oversold part to this indicator. It's very similar to stochastics. Unlike stochastics, though, there is no like 80 and 20 level that, once it's down here, it's oversold. Once it's up there, it's overbought. You have to rely more on price action and support and resistance for that. But what you do get is a measure of whether or not momentum is rising or falling. And that's very important. So, for example, in this obvious downtrend, we'd obviously been in a downtrend in the Euro Swiss for quite some time. This is the weekly chart. As you see, we rose here to a support and resistance area, but we also, right around here, got a nice crossover, which would be your sell signal. The momentum line, the red line in this particular case, is crossing and heading down over the other line. So, as you can see, we break down below the line, and it was a pretty good sell signal. And down here at the bottom, we kind of start to base a little bit. You can see that we crossed over, and we did rise for a while. And right about here, we started to get warnings of another crossover. In other words, what was happening was price wasn't closing higher than opening per se. In general, it wasn't doing it with as much vigor. So we get a crossover here, and of course you see what's happened since then. So the RVI is a very useful indicator. It is something that you will put in a system. Probably wouldn't use it by itself. You should at least be aware of support and resistance, but that's true with all oscillating type indicators as well, that you have to know where the buyers and sellers are in the market, the support and resistance, in order to use them accurately. But if you do, you know that that these things can be a confirmation. For example, a perfect spot like right here. This was a bounce back up to a support and resistance level. We got a crossover. It was an excellent signal. So using it in the context of other systems, RVI can be very, very useful.